Good afternoon, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update. And in the news this afternoon, 27-year-old farmer killed in above rocks at St. Catherine. Detectives assigned to the St. Catherine North Police Division are investigating the circumstances surrounding the murder of a man in above rocks in the parish yesterday. Dead is Sean Paul Curry, a 27-year-old farmer of Barnett District above rocks in St. Catherine. Reports are that about 10:15 p.m., Curry was in his community when loud explosions were heard. Initial checks found him in a pool of blood on the roadway with what appeared to be gunshot wounds. The police was summoned and the checks were made, reportedly revealing a locally manufactured firearm in his waistband. He was assisted to the Linstead Public Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. No motive has been established in Curry's murder. The Linstead Criminal Investigation Branch is also probing the matter. Body of laborer discovered with gunshot wounds in Portmore. The Portmore police in St. Catherine have launched an investigation into the death of a man whose body was discovered in the parish yesterday. Dead is Ronaldo Coates, 30, a laborer of Stables Limited of Clifton in Greater Portmore in the parish. Reports are that about 7:15 p.m., passers-by stumbled upon Coates' body. The police were summoned and the body was found in a pool of blood with what appeared to be gunshot wounds. He was later pronounced dead at the Spanish Town Public Hospital. The Portmore Criminal Investigation Branch is probing the matter. Just the boss freed of murder charge, eyewitness credibility crumbles. Tyreek Phillips, also known as the Just Boss, was cleared of murder and gun charges after being singled out by a police constable as the shooter in the execution-style killing of a man 3 years ago. Phillips of Adelaide Street in Kingston was freed of murder and illegal possession of firearm and ammunition on Friday in the gun court after Justice Carlin Ty Powell upheld a no-case submission. Defense attorneys Paul Gentles and Danny Reed successfully dismantled the prosecution's identification evidence during his trial in the gun court. Phillips had been charged in connection with the December 2021 murder of 50-year-old Orville Squire, otherwise called Indian, of McWhinney Street in Kingston. Squire was standing along Victoria Avenue in Kingston 16 when a motorbike approached. The pillion rider disembarked and opened gunfire, hitting Squire in the head. He was rushed to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Following investigations, Phillips was apprehended and later positively identified by a police officer as the pillion rider who carried out the shooting. However, Gentle said that the quality of the sole eyewitness's observation was seriously undermined during cross-examination by the defense. In fact, the quality and reliability of that observation were destroyed, he said. He noted that the officer wavered between observing the shooter for 2 and 5 seconds and that the period of observation was too brief for him to adequately identify his client, especially in circumstances where he was unknown to him before. Additionally, Gentle said the police witness description of the shooter was vague and lacked critical details. As such, the defense was able to cast a serious doubt on the reliability of the identification. Thirdly, and most importantly, Gentles added, the investigation failed to establish any proper nexus between the accused and the offense. There was no concrete reason or evidentiary basis offered for his apprehension. According to him, based on the fluctuating testimony of the eyewitness, the absence of a clear investigative link, and the unreliable identification, Justice Ty Powell accepted the defense's no-case submission. The judge then handed down a normal verdict of not guilty against the defendant. Bahamian national arrested following Ganja seizure in St. Thomas. A Bahamian national who resides in St. Thomas was arrested following a large marijuana seizure in the parish on Saturday. It is reported that a joint police and military team, empowered with a search warrant under the Dangerous Drugs Act, conducted a targeted operation in the Blue Maho scheme about 11:15 p.m. During the operation, the suspect was found inside a dwelling with approximately 100 large knitted and plastic bags filled with compressed vegetable matter resembling marijuana wrapped in masking tape. The value and weight of this discovery has not yet been established. Missing couple mystery. Stephanie Porter and a boyfriend vanished without a trace. Police are ramping up their investigations into the mysterious disappearance of 33-year-old Stephanie Porter, a dental assistant from Huenden, Kingston 20, who has been missing since May 24. Days after she vanished, her boyfriend went missing on May 31, leaving family and friends even more worried and suspicious. Superintendent Randy Sweeney, commanding officer for the St. Andrew North Division, told the news that the case has the full attention of his division. We revisited the location and it's something that we are taking seriously. In fact, it is so serious that it is our detectives who are doing the investigation into these two missing persons, Sweeney said. Porter has been described as being of brown complexion, medium build, about 5 feet tall, and was last seen wearing a pink blouse and black shorts. Friends say it is completely out of character for Porter to vanish without a word, but find it even more alarming that her partner is now also unaccounted for. She is more like a homebody, said a concerned friend. When she's not at work or out with the kids or her partner, she's mostly at home. She's not the type of person to just go out on the North Coast for a week and nobody knows. Porter, who is the only daughter of her mother, has 2 children, a 9-year-old son and a teenager. It's shocking, I'm just confused, pure confusion, not knowing what to think or not knowing what happened to her, the friend said. Describing the missing woman as kind-hearted and well-mannered, she added, "For me, she's a nice, easygoing, easy-to-talk to type of person. I can't even remember seeing her angry with anybody, and she's always smiling." Stephanie, known for her warmth and a friendly personality, always took pride in her appearance. When she's going out, she knows how to put herself together, her friend noted. Still holding out, the friend made an emotional appeal to anyone with information. "Any information is accepted at this time, just to know that she's okay. I don't want to think otherwise," the friend pleaded. "Whether she is with a friend, I don't know, just to know that she's okay, because nobody is taking it easy at this time. Everybody is just worried. We just don't know what to do. We're just trying to stay positive." When asked if Porter had shown any signs of stress in recent weeks, her friend replied, "Well, when I saw her, she was all smiles. She never seemed anyway." Sweeney, meanwhile, reassured the public that the police are actively pursuing all leads. "I can say we are trying our very best." Guys, thank you for watching. See you this evening at 6 p.m. for another news update.